This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Great to have you along. UB Stadium in Buffalo, home to the Buffalo Bulls. As we'll see, the Judicials taking on a team from the MAC, the Buffalo Bulls. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Bulls about to kick it away and get this season started. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Judicials offense will get first crack at it here. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
With the catch, it's O'Neal. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Judicials will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return.
What a break by the returner. You know, he's looking to try to do some damage and make some people miss and make a big play. And he coughed that puppy up, but what a break. How fortunate is he to fall back on that football.
Gonna run it. It's Birch. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Let's take a minute to talk about the big picture for Buffalo. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buffalo! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
He gets a block. Couldn't ask for much more than this. Starts to return inside his 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Big fullback's got it. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Judicials are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. The play action fake. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Give to the big fullback. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. A run for the quarterback.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Judicials will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And this ball will be downed at around the 20.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Shelton. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Back to throw. It's Blake. He spins that thing down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. They're in punt formation, but that's no guarantee they're actually going to punt it. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Lost the fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Matthews. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Judicials come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. He'll take it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Oh, he's got some space. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We've reached the break. Buffalo has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. On the run, it's O'Neal. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. The Judicials are rolling down the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Now on the option. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the judicials are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. They'll leave it with him. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's take a minute to chat about Buffalo. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not gashes them in the middle. Touchdown, Buffalo. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sends it back in motion on the option. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The judicials will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work, 4th time he's punted tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Fires to the tight end. At the 35, he's open. Turning it on. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. On the option. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Big play to start the drive. A little tougher sense. Now a crucial 3rd down on this drive. Here comes the heat. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
And the try is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Now the toss. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Wants to go up top. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the judicials send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back to pass, it's Blake. Caught behind the line, it's Shelton. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulls.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Judicials want to move quickly. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the option. Knifing through, making the play in the backfield, and they can use a timeout and try to force them to punt. And the Judicials will line up to punt it away. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Western New York. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside picturesque UB Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Shelton. And the returner will be brought down. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes a grab down the middle. He's loose. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Makes the catch inside his 30 and wants much, much more. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And you could could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Goes to the option. Now the toss. There he goes. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Judicials will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. The give out of the gun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got enough for the first down. Open field on the right. Touchdown, Buffalo! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Judicials with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. The option look. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. The Judicials need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Complete out of the backfield. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. So from his own end zone, the punt is away.
I'm literally walking over like that. My man, thank you so much for saving my rump. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
Going for it all. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Bulls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The run from the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game? Here we go, here we go. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Touchdown, Buffalo! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop him. No, don't run the score up. What? Do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
From inside his 30, what a chance to flip the field. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Leaves it with the running back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. And the Judicials will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A low line drive and short kick. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Buffalo is on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
From the gun, the running back has it. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd down from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Blake. Grabbed in the middle, it's Atkins. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulls.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Judicials now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here comes the option. And the ball's free in the backfield. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
They're trying to find some room off right tackle. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. And the Judicials decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And they'll mark this one dead at midfield. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Rides the back on the option to give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem, and QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
QB draw. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Not much running room there thanks to this. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this